What is going on, fellas, and welcome back to the Director of Football Non-League to Legend, where we continue as Tigres. Not long left until our contract runs out, so we have to win the CONCACAF Champions League this season. Fingers crossed, here's hoping. Otherwise, we are going to be slightly annoyed. Today, we play against Marathon in both legs of the first round of the CONCACAF Champions League. So hopefully we can do the business against them. They're not a terrible side. They're Honduran, so I've decided to do a little rotation. We have played a good few games since you were here last, which was against Deportivo Atlas, if I'm not mistaken. I should remember, I recorded that yesterday. Since then, we've beaten Club America 3-1. Fairly convincing game. Medina scored a penalty. There is a god. Then against Tijuana, we had a player sent off, but we won 4-1. Fine. Then against Lobos, 3-1. Convincing. Fairly easy. Then against Quattararo, disappointing that we got a 3-3 draw. We dominated. Luis Eduardo Perez got sent off within the first 45 seconds, which was annoying. We did smash everybody, and then we ended up going 3-1 ahead, and then suddenly it just went all wrong in the last 3 minutes, and we conceded twice. Then against Tulsa, we just beat them 5-1, even though Alamo was sent off 40. I think it was within the first minute, but I think it was we kicked off. Alamo just went in 2-footed on one of their players. Medina missed a penalty, as per usual, standard. Then we beat Puebla 3-0. Again, fairly easy. 28 minutes into the game, 3-up. Just took the foot off. Just continued to just let them kind of do nothing for the entire game. Then against Morelia, 5-1. They took the lead. I was a little bit frightened, and then we just went on and smashed them. It was fantastic. I was quite happy. Then against Guadalajara, 5-0. Cantu got sent off again. So we've had a lot of players sent off recently. For the Puebla game, for the Puebla game, we only had 2 centre-backs. So that was fun. I was expecting to have no centre-backs because everyone was supposed to be suspended for that game. But Carlos and Alonso came back for it. In the game against Guadalajara, Rodrigo Salcedo got his second goal. It was delightful. And then we just drew with Club Nexica. The 88th minute goal they scored was annoying. I did make triple substitution. I just kind of threw a lot of people on that needed games. And our 16-year-old striker, Arriga, was one of them. Unfortunately, we couldn't come back and score again because we didn't have the firepower up front. But we're still fairly comfortable in the league, unbeaten as per usual. We are 4 points ahead of Club America with the same amount of games played. We have only conceded 9 and scored 33. Only Nexica have scored more than 18. Sorry, they have 20, but we have 33. So it's all going well so far. But now we play Marathon. And we are playing with a slightly different side. Mostly the normal players, but we have a couple of players that are coming in for just rotation, basically. I just want to get a couple of players in that don't normally play, like Blanco and goal. Then we have Franco and Dayron playing at the fullback positions. Yeah, I'm actually going to put Riviera, or not put Riviera on the bench, I'm going to put Valenzuela on the bench. Beltran and Alamo in central defence with Juarez and Osario playing in front of him. In front of them, with Granados, Bravo and Rodriguez playing as our attacking players behind Salcedo, who is going to play as a complete forward today because he's learning how to do it. He has pretty much all the stats for it. He's missing, I think his passing is the only thing that he really struggles with. But other than that, should be fairly easy he has all the numbers for it. So I think it's just a case of letting him play in that position, and eventually he'll be good at it. Hopefully he scores a goal today, that would be nice, because we've really been lacking goals by Salcedo. He's only scored 2 in 26 in the league anyway. It's been a lot more. He's played a lot of cup games and not scored in them. But Bravo just puts it wide. I'm giving the young goalkeeper Blanco, the opportunity today, because if it doesn't work out in this leg, we always have Medina and Avalos that we can bring in for the second leg, and hopefully that makes the difference, because we are playing with a fairly strong side. Other than that, we have had youth intake as well, and it was terrible. We had one player that had 3... Oh, Salcedo! We had one player who had 3-star potential. Was two yellow stars, 1 black star. I don't know if he's ever going to do much. He had a couple of good stats. I think his aggression and teamwork were like 17 and 18. I think it was aggression and teamwork. Bravo, just puts it over. But yeah, he had 2 yellow stats as there on mine. So they were pretty nice to see, but balanced personality, it's fine. I think the director of football signed him and 3 other random players who aren't really good enough. But this is one of those things where I think the director of football just more signed them because he wanted youth players to make an impact or he just wanted players in the team. We have a very small under-19s team. Granados, what a header! He's not that tall, and he manages to win a header. And that's the second goal he's scored from a header recently. He was just by himself. It was too easy. 21 for the season so far. I have been watching my friend IntoRowZ streaming today, so if you're not following him, definitely go and do that. While you're there on Twitch, you follow my Twitch as well. It's linked down below, along with IntoRowZ's. I think Scooter is linked there as well. They're both FM based streamers now. But Salcedo, he's only scored twice in one game. This is going to be a demolition, isn't it? This is what I was kind of expecting, that we'd demolish the Honduran side. So I was like, I'll just give a couple of players a chance. And boy, was I right. Bravo, very deep for being an attacking midfielder. Right, Granados. Salcedo. All there to Rodriguez. Brings it across. Salcedo going for his hat-trick, just wide. Yeah, IntoRowZ, one of my friends, I grew up with him. He streams Tuesday, Saturday, Sunday. I know he streams on Sunday and Tuesday. Sometimes Saturday, most of the time Saturday recently. But it's quite a fun stream to watch because he's very interactive with people. I think he's got over 200 followers now, so he's doing well. And if you're watching this, Simon, hello. You're probably not though, because you're streaming. But I don't know. No, this is coming out Monday. There's a chance he'll be watching, or people will be watching it. I have a video that will be coming out soon, hopefully, where I announce my FM20 plans, because I bought FM20 yesterday, I think. I tweeted about it anyway, so if you're following me on Twitter, you would have seen that I've already bought FM20. So the plans for FM20 are still somewhat undecided, but I know for definite what my beta save is going to be. It's just a case of what I'm going to do other than that. Dayron whips it across. Nobody's there to pick it up. Granados hits the post. Dayron with the free kick again. Whips it in. Granados. Beltran hits the woodwork, but offside? I'm going to say it was offside. Dayron to Bravo. Rodriguez whips it in. Granados scores again. We're going to skip the Cruz Azul game in the middle of the two marathon games, just because I don't see the point in showing them, or showing the Cruz Azul game. I just want to show the important games, and even though the board don't seem to think the CONCACAF Champions League is important, it is literally the only reason I am managing in Mexico. So we're going to see that one, and the Cruz Azul game is just going to be, we'll see it if we see it. I'm going to try Beltran as the deep line playmaker. See, from what I can remember, his playmaking abilities are actually decent. I'm going to leave my final substitute in case someone picks up a knock. It looks like Granados might be the one that has come off because he is quite tired. I don't know if you heard that, but there is sirens going off outside every couple of minutes, and I'm not sure what's going on. But Valenzuela to Salcedo, first hat trick. No, Rodriguez has been quite poor since he came back from his injury, so the fact that he's after scoring a goal there, it's quite nice. Valenzuela, cheeky little pass to Salcedo. Thought he was going to turn and shoot, but not. Let pass the ball to Rodriguez, and Rodriguez scores the 5th. Yeah, I'm going to just take off Granados now. He is shattered. Bring on Medina. Yeah, we're bringing on Medina. Give him an opportunity. Let him stretch his legs for the last 18 minutes maybe, or whatever it's going to be. Beltran all the way to Valenzuela. Thinks it forward to Salcedo, going for his hat-trick. Oh! Salcedo scores a hat-trick! Get in! The dude had only scored twice. Was it twice? I think he scored 2 goals in like 30. That's it, right. So he didn't play any games that season. He played 5 and scored 1. And then played 30 and scored 2. So he's played 35 games and scored 3 goals in his entire professional career for us. And today he's just banged in a hat-trick. Rodriguez. Cross? Maybe? Kind of looked like a cross shot type thing. I don't know, did it count as a shot in the stats, but Marathon have had 1 shot. Now they've had 2 shots, neither of which are on target. I'm going to give the lads a bit of praise. I would say I'm going to tone down the tempo, leave the lads have a bit of a rest. It's not how we play. It's not how we play. But why not? We go much lower and we'll do a bit of time wasting. I don't normally do time wasting and lower tempo because I do prefer high tempo, fast paced football, but really didn't need to do anything there. But that was fantastic. 6-0 away from home. Very nice victory. Well done. I'm going to give Salcedo. Performance was very good tonight, lad. Granados, you earned some rest. I find that doing that makes the players happier and they're less likely to throw hissy fits. So if you have the opportunity to do it, then definitely do it. So the Espinoza, I think he's one of the ones that got offered a contract. He's 17, it's bravery. He's 17 bravery, 18 teamwork. Oh, he's light-hearted now. He was balanced a while ago. He looks like he could be a decent player. Like, he's got good first touch, decent heading. Well, good heading, good technique. Good-ish work rate, determination, flair are okay. Good natural fitness. He could be a good player, so not too upset about the director of football signing him. And I think it was some of these players got contracts as well, but they haven't signed them yet. I think they only just offered it. They only just got offered contracts recently, like today. Is there anything in the transfers about it? Nope, nothing in here. We are also losing money, wage budget wise, which is fantastic. We went from having 18 quid to negative 3.5, almost 4,000. And there is nothing I can do about it because none of the players are willing to leave the club. So that's not ideal. But we will be back in just a second for the second leg against Marathon, and I'll let you know how the Cruz Azul game goes. So be back in just a second. Alright fellas, we are now back for the second leg against Marathon. 6-0 up from the first leg. We should walk this. We have made some more changes. Blanco continues in goal. Did play against Cruz Azul, so why not just continue playing him? Franco starts at right back with Dayron on the left. I'm going to rest Dayron. Who's Dayron want to buy? Boca Juniors. Beltran and Alamo are just going to continue in the centre of defence. Juarez and actually I'm going to put Beltran in because Beltran hasn't played much this year. Beltran and Cantu playing in central midfield with Italo starting on the right, Bravo through the middle, Granados on the left, and Salcedo continues up front. As I said, we beat Cruz Azul 1-0. Blanco and Salcedo both started because I was hoping that their good form would continue. Salcedo, not so much. So that was unfortunate, but we should still walk this one. We are in front of our home supporters. Don't get complacent. Who is Alamo? We're just going to say I have faith in everybody. Just give everyone a cheeky bit of faith. Salcedo, I gave him a bit of positive feedback, you know? Yeah, got a good squad available to me. But 6-0 from the first leg. 6 away goals. We should walk this. This should be pretty simple, even with the rotated side, because it is still mostly first team players anyway. Like the only players you look at and say, but they don't start very often, would be Blanco, Italo, and Salcedo. So I'm Vasquez actually. Sorry, Vasquez doesn't play all too often either, but he's only just joined and he was injured for a short while. Cantu tried to get it across, didn't. Vasquez, Bravo, Beltran, El Toro Beltran makes it 1-0 on the night. 17 minutes in. 7-0 on aggregate. How short are you? 5'7". I have so many short players in my team that I did not realise. They're frustrated, anxious and apprehensive. Well, we're going to go for the jugular. We're going to try and score as many goals as we can. Because Orlando City beat Bandits of Belize 9-1 in the first leg. I would like for us to do something similar. Doesn't look like we're going to do that. Looks like it's very much the lads are just kind of relaxing. Granados, Alamo makes it 2-0. Didn't look like he knew an awful lot about it, to be fair. He kind of stood there afterwards as if like, wait, I scored? Yeah, he kind of went, oh, I scored. Fantastic. A bit of complacency creeping in. Might just tell the lads at half time to go out and play with no pressure, because they need to score 8 goals to win the game. 9 goals. Granados just boshes another one in. 24th for the season from a left winger who's played, a winger who's played on the left and the right this season. He has definitely been one of the highlights of the season. Aros left, who banged in 20 something before he got injured, and Granados has just taken up the mantle of doing it. Alamo with his second of the game. It is 10-0 on aggregate, 4-0 just before halftime. A lot of set pieces, but Alamo just doing Alamo things. How tall is Alamo? 6'1". It's not bad. Their poor right back is not having a great game. Yeah, it's close enough. Is there anyone I want to give a rest to? Or is there anyone on the bench I want to bring on? Valenzuela, maybe? But not right. Not right now. Pato upset Beltran, which is delightful. Italo, we're going to go straight from the kickoff. Nope. Granados gets the ball taken off him. Ayala. Marin. Back to Ayala. Granados are trying to close him down. Padilla tries to get it back, but Vasquez back to Blanco, back to Alamo. Over to Granados. Little run forward. From distance. Keeper must have been very off his line if he attempted that. Bravo. Oh, he's hit the woodwork. Clatters the ball off the post. And we are doing pretty well, it has to be said. Vasquez to Cantu. Probably going to take him off in a minute. Beltran. Franco. Oh, what a goal by Franco. Marathon brought 30 fans with them. Not an awful lot. Franco just first time boshes it in. 11-0 on aggregate, 5-0 on the night. Perez, we're just the poor lads. Beltran just leaves it for Blanco. Blanco dinks it out to Vasquez. Vasquez gets dispossessed, but Franco just picks the ball back up to Italo. Bravo. Cantu. He has the ball saved. Ooh. Gonna bring on Osario. Gonna move Granados to the right and bring on Valenzuela. And we shall leave it at that for now. I don't want to make all my substitutes just yet in case someone picks up a knock. I think my phone just vibrated, so I don't know how loud that was, or if you even heard it. Please, for the love of Jesus, take that poor right back off. No, I'm going to take off one of the attack midfielders. Right, who is... Bravo is quite tired, as he always seems to be. So we're going to bring on Rodriguez and leave him as an attack midfielder. Ayala down to a 4.7 now. I know our attacks generally come down the left, but he has really been shit on in this game. Beltran all the way out to Granados, gets dinked across Valenzuela, back to Vasquez, crosses it in, doesn't quite get there, but Franco picks it up. Salcedo. Yes, Salcedo pounces on the mistake. Franco goes across it in. It just hits a defender, and the keeper just about keeps it out, but can't get there fast enough to stop Salcedo from scoring his 6th of the season. So 4 of his goals this year have come against Marathon. Granados just puts the header over, and it's going to end 12-0 as it stands. There is still time. They might score. Nope. Rodriguez hacks down Cruz. And then they hit the crossbar. Am I still playing Valenzuela as a winger? I'm playing Valenzuela as a winger. That's why he's completely lost in the sauce. Because he can't play as a winger. Beltran. Franco. Game ends 12-0 on aggregate. 6-0 on the night. That was delightful, lads. Nice victory. Well done. Got man of the match, Alawa. Good job, Border. Pleased with your performance. That was ever so delightful. 6-0. 12-0 on aggregate. This is kind of what... Oh! Play Morelia next. Ooh. Superb in front of goal last time out. You can actually tell a centre-back that they played well in front of goal. So our next game is... Our next episode is going to be the Morella double header. We recently beat them 5-1, so you know we're going to lose. And we beat them 4-2 the last 2 times we played them. We scored 9 goals. And they've scored 3. So it should be I want to say an easy game, but at the same time, we might struggle against them. Hopefully not. We do have the one game in between. Doesn't really make a difference. We'll be back for the 2 Morella games. We're not going to see the Monterrey game. But if you've enjoyed, please make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share with all of your friends. Comment down below. Do you think we should continue playing this 11, or should we bring back the players we were playing before, like Medina up front, Avalos in goal, you know, all that good stuff. Thank you very much for watching, fellas, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.